Yesterday, the big talking point was vitiligo, the lady we spoke to live from New Orleans. My goodness me, so many of you identified with this and said, look, it happens to me. It doesn't matter what your race, what your colour is. As doctors we will now explain.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing is what is vitiligo?
Yeah.
People that don't know about it were asking, what is it? What causes it?
Yeah, so vitiligo, it's an autoimmune condition. So there are all these conditions where your own body's immune system causes problems. And in this particular case, your immune system is attacking the cells in the skin that produce melanin. And melanin is what produces the pigment in the skin. So we don't know exactly why people get it or what the cause is.
Can it pass through families?
There's definitely a genetic predisposition.
Well, let's find out more about that. Emma, first of all, Emma, you've got this, you're 38 years of age, and you've got twins, and your worry is what?
Because I've had it, I can't remember a time when I haven't had it. So I've got 4-year-old twins, and although I've had a lifetime of trying to cope with it myself, what are the chances of my twins developing it? Because I obviously need to think about how I would cope with it, and I think, would I have feelings of guilt that I've passed it on?
And your dad,
that's how I feel.
Your dad has it, is that right, Emma?
Yeah, my dad has it, probably not as extensive as I have it, because it covers pretty much every part of my body.
Right, okay. Anyone else?
It's a constant struggle.
Does anyone else? Oh, there's an image there, so we can see, it's quite extensive. Does anybody else in your family have it other than your dad and yourself?
My aunt and my cousin on my dad's side. So I did wonder whether it did just go down one side of the family or...
Yeah, OK. So up until recently, we haven't thought of it as a genetic condition as such. There isn't a vitiligo gene, but it is more common in families. So with all autoimmune conditions, if somebody in your family suffers from other autoimmune conditions even, you're more likely to get it. But I just found out this morning, actually, through researching, that there now possibly is a gene. So in a family like yours, where there is a very strong connection down one side of the family, it may be that there is a gene. And there's nothing you can do, though. There's nothing you can do to prevent your children from getting it. I think just being aware, being informed, and the way you bring them up, make sure that they always feel proud of how they look, however they look.
Well, thanks, Em. I hope that's answered it for you, which leads us to the question about if you have got it, can you stop it spreading? And I also want to point out, no one will have noticed, but you're not wearing makeup today, and the statement you want to make is what?
Well, just because I think I'm talking today, my main message for people who have vitiligo, in fact, who have any skin condition, is if you can take steps towards being proud of the skin that you're in, then, that's the biggest message I want to put out there. Because
it's to change attitudes, isn't it? You don't have to cover yourself up.
Yeah, so I thought, I don't want to have makeup on today because I'm contradicting myself.
So Sam says, can these patches be reduced or stopped or slowed down once you have it?
Yeah. Essentially, no. Once you have this condition, if it's going to spread, it's going to spread. Dermatologists do have some treatments where they try and reintroduce the pigment back into the skin or use things like strong topical steroids, but they don't work very well. So essentially the answer is no.
Yeah. Katie has been in touch. Is she on the phone now, Katie? Oh, hello, Katie.
Hello.
Hello. You've had vitiligo since you were 11. How old are you now?
I'm 38 now.
38, OK. And you've lost all pigment, you say, now, so you're not patchy?
Yeah. My hair's started to go as well, so I've actually got white hair as well now.
Yeah, OK.
What about your children?
My son was 8 when we found his first patch, and my daughter was 2. She was still in nappies.
OK.
And we found her first patch, and both of them now, I'd say, we're about 60 to 70% covered.
Right, OK.
OK, and what are you worried about, not getting enough vitamin D because you don't go into the sunshine?
Yeah, my children actually work outdoors, so obviously they wear Factor 50 sun cream, and I was just worried about whether wearing the Factor 50 would stop them absorbing the vitamin D.
Yeah, really good question, and the answer is yes. One of the most important treatments for people with vitiligo is that you protect your skin from the sun. So Factor 50 plus, you're doing absolutely the right thing, but therefore it may be that you're not getting enough vitamin D. So I would recommend that you all take a vitamin D supplement.
Would you have a supplement?
Just a supplement, just an oral supplement, ones that you can buy over the counter, 10 milligrams every day, and that'll just keep you topped up. It's probably worth, if you haven't been doing that, getting the blood test with your GP as well, because you might need a high dose vitamin D just to bring your levels up if you're already deficient.
Okay. Well, lots of different aspects to all of this, but the thing that just really surprised me is who's got it and where it is. And famous sufferers, Yvette Fielding, the television presenter, Most Haunted, she suffers very badly with it as well, and she's talked about it extensively in the past. Dr. Zoe, thank you very much indeed.
Sorry.